Hello everyone and welcome to my video. Today we will be talking about some uranium companies and rare earth companies that just piqued my interest as of July 2025. So just let's go right into it. Global Atomic Corp, which piqued my interest due to the fact that it seems very cheap. But obviously they did have a coup in the nation they are operating in apparently last year in Niger. And it seems to be that they are still continuously constructing the mine, and it seems to be in 2026 they seem to be going into production. With a yellow kit delivery to utilities. That's very interesting that in less than 1 year they might be able to start producing. And it seems that they have 68 million pounds of uranium to be produced in between those 23 years, according to the feasibility study. And it seems to be that they have offtakes with like 3 US utilities. And it seems very interesting. It has very high grade, and it seems to be, according to, if uranium were to be at 75 USD, they would have a before tax NPV $1.1 billion and an after tax IRR of 57%, which is phenomenal. And it seems to be that the yellow kit deliveries are to begin Q1 2026. And it seems to be that they also have 51 million pounds of uranium allegedly in third category. So this company seems very interesting, and it seems very cheap at the current moment of writing this or making this, which is between 3rd of July and 4th of July. So let's go over to the third one. Starting with number 3, it's UCORE Rare Metals Inc., which will be one of the first commercial scale rare earth separation facilities in North America. A very efficient technology called Rapid SX, which we will be talking about later. And it seems to be planning on starting between 2025 and 2026, 2027, depending on how things turn out. Obviously, it seems also that the reason why this should be of interest is that global magnet rare earth consumption will apparently increase more than 5-fold between now and 2040, from 7.8 billion in 2024 to 44 billion in 2040. And that's very interesting. And it seems to be they've received $18 million by the US Department of Defense to fund construction of the commercial scale rare earth facility in Louisiana. And also bear in mind that they are not mining currently, at least rare earths. They are processing and separating and so forth. And the technology apparently has demonstrated to be able to process rare earths 3 times faster than similar plants with similar throughput, and it seems very interesting currently. And I'm very bullish on uranium, gold, and rare earths, so this company seems very interesting, and I might consider investing in this, even though it has rallied a little bit this year. So this seems very interesting. Seems a little bit like with other companies I've invested in that are supported by the government, like Aclara Battery Materials, which is a completely different company though, but also of interest. And it's also anyway, and the reason why this largest drivers apparently seems to be for like the demand are like in robotics, in military use, and also in more high tech. So let's go over to the fourth and final company on this list. The fourth and the final company on this list is Aclara Resources. I heard about this from Rick Rule, if I remember correctly, and it seems to be a very high grade rare earth company, which is in Chile, Brazil, and North America, it seems. And apparently, according to their website, they will be able to produce significant volumes of heavy rare earths, 240 tons annually, and they have like world-class deposits in Brazil and in Chile. And it seems to be very interesting currently. Bear in mind that they are not currently producing, by the way, and they are targeting to supply 50% of the United States DTP demand for electrical vehicles by 2030. And it seems to be able, one of the Brazilian one seems to have a projected net present value of $2.2 billion at IRR of 33%, and the other projects an NPV of 128 million. And it seems to be, for those more environmental conscious, it seems to be that they are not going to use explosives. It's going to have, they're apparently going to reforest as well and recycle 95% of the water as well, which is very nice. And some other information. Apparently, 36% of the shares are owned by New Hartsdale Capital, and second at 10%, and management and directors at 4.5%. So I hope this has been interesting and knowledgeable. Hope you've enjoyed. Take care. Peace.